Sup folks, everybody's favorite generic YouTube ranter here. Now you're probably looking at the title and the thumbnail and being like, why does this guy have a problem with Goldeneye being on Xbox? Well, I don't. I'm fine with it. In fact, I'm happy because now I don't have to pay for Nintendo's expensive ass online service I'm never gonna use. However, I think the way they went about putting this game on Xbox is really fucking stupid. And I think by the end of this video, some of you might even agree with me. Now, the game itself is great. I mean, it's Goldeneye. Why the fuck wouldn't it be? And apparently this version is based on a canceled Xbox 360 version, at least from what I've heard. And I mean, there are some issues, like I noticed some, like, flickering textures, and I mean, supposedly it's capped at 30 FPS, but I'd never really be able to tell you if the game's running at 30 or not because I don't really care about that. But I did notice there can be some lag if there's too many enemies on the screen, which doesn't really bother me that much, but I figured it's worth mentioning. The game does, however, use dual analog, which is fucking awesome because, like, I played the Xbox version of Perfect Dark, and that felt, well, perfect. Like, no bullshit, that is the absolute best way you can play the original Perfect Dark is on Xbox, okay? Like, original N64 version's fine, but you would be surprised how much of a difference a second analog stick makes. And by the end of it, I'm like, man, this was great. I really wish they'd do this with Goldeneye. And then they fucking did, okay? That's awesome. So, what's the problem? This right here is the problem. See, if you have Rare Replay, you can play Goldeneye. But only if you have the digital version. So this right here, this is fucking useless. Yeet that. Because, you know, God forbid they release an update that applies to the physical version too. Because, you know, that's not something you can do. Oh wait, you totally can! And I know what you might be thinking, right? Just buy the game separately. Problem solved. No harm, no foul. Gee, thanks for your kind suggestion. I'll get right on that. Oh, except you can't fucking do that either! You have exactly two options for getting this game. One, the aforementioned digital version of Rare Replay, because physical copies are for boomers, am I right? Or two, you can get it on Game Pass. Now, I have Game Pass, so I'm good to go, but like, not everybody wants to get Game Pass, even though, let's be real, it's a pretty good deal. But why isn't the game purchasable? I mean, even some of the other games that are on Rare Replay can be purchased separately for like $15. The Banjo-Kazooie games, Cameo Elements of Power, fucking Perfect Dark 0. Why not Goldeneye? It just makes no fucking sense to me. And why didn't they update the physical version? Why do you have to have the digital version to play this game? It's so fucking stupid. So, literally, people who have the physical copy are just boned. Fucked. Fucking rammed in the ass. Like, what the hell? I mean, I'm a little more pissed about this than I probably should be. Like, I have it downloaded on my Xbox, and I have Xbox Game Pass, so I shouldn't be so pissed about this, because, but it just makes no sense at all. So, literally, the only thing you can do to get this game is to get the digital version, or shut the fuck up and get Game Pass, which, again, I have, so, but it still just makes absolutely no sense to me. It's so bizarre. Also, while we're on the subject of rare games, Microsoft, for the love of God, can you make a brand new proper Banjo-Kazooie game? Like, for fuck's sake, it's time. It's time. You put, you know, Banjo in Smash. People were super excited. It's free money. It's free fucking money. Like, why don't you want our money? Okay? You brought Battletoads back. You brought Killer Instinct back. You're bringing Perfect Dark back. Why not Banjo? Okay? The only reason Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts failed is because it's not a platformer. It's a game about fucking cars, okay? You know, people playing a Banjo game, they didn't want to fucking play a game about cars. They wanted a fucking platformer. I can not get that through your thick fucking skulls. Anyway, that's it for the video. This is the Gothic Gaming Geek, completely and utterly baffled by some of the decisions game developers make. And as always, peace the fuck out. Have a good one.